Chronicles, Warlords of the Wasteland. This time we'll start the actual campaign. So, without further ado, let's play. Also, right now all you need to know about the history, well, about this game history, is that it's on the planet Enroth, and it's before, well, it's actually in the Time of Wonders, which is amusing, but it is before the ancients found the planet of Enroth. So, yeah, this will be interesting. Warlords of the Wasteland. Campaign description. Before Tarnum became the immortal hero, he was a barbarian who threw off the shackles of his wizard masters and returned his people to their former greatness. This is his tale and his downfall. A Barbarian King. Scenario description. Tarnum must defeat the present lord of the clans, Rabak, so he can name himself King of the Barbarians. Everyone is limited to level 6, and Tarnum's strongest captain will follow him to the next map. One enemy, and the difficulty, I think I'll go on hard. That's the normal difficulty, basically. That is, neither of sides cheat. The player and the computer start with the same resources, and the computer plays to the best of his ability. And from what I've heard, Heroes Chronicles is really easy. So that's why I'm playing it on hard. And let's see, 15 hobgoblins or basic leadership. Knowing that Tarnum is might hero, I'll choose leadership. Oh, and also, before we start, about the quality of the videos, I don't get it, but Camtasia Studio, which I'm using to publish the videos, somehow makes the file size like twice the big of the original recording. I have no idea why, because all I do is just split the video to 15-minute size tracks. So yeah, what I'm going to do from now on is try and not convert it at all. Just use a Viz splitter and upload it like that. That will result in a better quality and less time needed to upload, but at the same time it will make the sounds quite a bit lower. So yeah, I think it's better this way than that. Well, we'll see anyway. So, let's start.
Knowing where it all began will help you understand Tarnum, the choices he made, and the reason the ancestors gave him a second chance. His people suffered generations of enslavement from Braccadoon and their henchmen, men like the brutal Rabak.
An old man staggers up to you, frightening off some of your sheep, and stumbles right into your arms. That's when you notice an arrow in the elder's back. He is weak from loss of blood, but when he clutches your hand, you can't pull away. He tells you he is a bard, one of the last of his kind. It's hard to believe, considering your people's oral historians were outlawed by the Empire of Braccadoon long ago because their heroic tales often spurred the barbarian clans into rebellion. Before his death, the bard gathers his strength to tell you his last story, a true history of your people that the wizard kings have tried to hide. Your people weren't always the slaves of the Empire of Braccadoon. Long ago, one of the ancestors of your own clan, a great warrior named Jog, then formed a massive horde and conquered all of the lands from ocean to ocean, including Braccadoon. Your heart begins to race as you hear the tale. It's like the games you used to play when you were a kid, hiding out here in the wilderness, away from prying eyes. With a stick for a sword, you stood up to the evil wizards. But when you grew up, you dismissed those games as a child's fantasy. But it happened. It really happened. And as you picture your present clan's leaders, you can't imagine any of those drunken, pot-bellied fools leading an army, much less winning a battle. What happened to your people's courage? And we're down them again. We have basic leadership and advanced offense. Okay. And it's a small map without second level. Alright, so that's interesting. So our race is enslaved by the Bracadune? Basically those who later on created Bracada. It's very interesting. But I don't see how ancients fill in. I mean, they shouldn't be around here right now, because Varn should be somewhere around... well, should be still flying here, and since Varn vehicle was who seeded the planet, I don't really understand how this could be happening. I mean, people should not live right now, or they should be very different. Well, whatever, I guess we'll find out later. Anyways, so, it's our town. Morgenheim. And we have goblins. Now the question is, do we need another hero to explore? I think we do. Not certain though. Now about mines. You should first take resources before you take mines. Why? Because resources give you more resources per day than mines. At least usually. Oops. That was a waste of turn. Well. Alright, so I'll take another hero. After a generous tip, the barkeep whispers, I once saw a dwarf resist a spell cast upon him. I saw more than once a dwarf resist a spell. Yeah. Also, this video is quite interesting. It shows tavern. If you look closely, there's a goblin, there are 2 humans, and the bartender. Interesting. Anyways, so Tyraxer or Oris, Eagle Eye or Wolf Riders. I'll take Tyraxer. Tactics is actually very useful for your secondary heroes because you can run away before the battle starts. So, let's take this wood. Now you'll notice that I don't press on resources just directly. That is because usually you lose a little bit of movement points like that. In this case there is no loss, but in other times, for example if you go right here, no, this is okay, because you go the other to the other direction. But you'll notice that it going like this near them is a little bit better. Mostly because an action that happens diagonally takes around 1.5 time than the action that you make straight. So yes, you have to do it like this if you want to go further. So let's go to the mill. Let's go here. Take both and go back to the town. Or visit this. Take the resource, take the resource. And advanced defense or basic scouting. I'll take scouting. It's quite useful for secondary heroes. Right, mage level 1, marketplace, blacksmith. Mage skill first, because we need spells. I'll go here. Basic artillery or expert defense. Artillery is good because it says basic artillery gives control of the ballista to the hero, allowing 2 shots with a 50% chance to inflict double damage. And that's not all. In fact, I think artillery also gives you control of the defense towers during castle siege. So it's very good for defensive heroes like your secondary one, but for your primary, nah, it's not a good idea. Alright. Spells. Build blacksmith. Alright. Let's trade. Give him the raiders. No, the riders. Upgraded our riders, upgraded our raiders. Alright. You thought your people would be as excited about Jarg's victories as you were, but the chief of your clan just laughs at the tale of Jarg and his mighty horde. A child's tale, he calls it, told by a child. Your blood boils as the other men join in his laughter. It's not a fantasy, it's real. What do you know, you fat goblin? You shout. Your words can be taken back, but neither do you want to. Even knowing that the other man is larger and more experienced than you still don't back down as the chief challenges you to a duel. Jarg wouldn't back down. And like Jarg, you find a way to win despite the odds, using your speed and strength fueled by a rage you never knew you possessed. Stunned, the warriors of your clan declare their loyalty to you, their new chief. And there we go, we are the chief of the clan. That's nice. Alright. Now, marketplace. And yeah, spells. Let's see, how many shots do we have? 12. Oh, so we don't need the card. Let's see. This leads somewhere. So that's what we'll do. One of your captains mentions that you'll need plenty of gold if you're going to recruit an army. One easy way to obtain gold is to take it from treasure chests instead of distributing it to the people. Another is to search out gold mines such as the one to the south. No, I like distributing it to the people. I am limited to level 6, so once I've level 5, I think I'll do just that. Start giving away start taking the gold for myself. Because when you reach the limit, you can't get any more experience. And giving away would be stupid.